On a misty London winter morning in 1675, a pale sun was trying to break through the grey clouds of the Thames, while the Tower of London stood like a fortress of the past, with its ancient stone towers and walls stained with the moisture of centuries. The cries of ravens rose above the corridors, filling the air with their black cries, like messengers between life and death. Inside the Tower courtyard, the royal guard, Thomas Grey, known as the Keeper of the Ravens, was trotting his heavy leather boots across the damp stones. He wore a dark wool cloak, from which faded red ribbons hung, and atop his head was a black hat adorned with a raven feather. In his right hand was an ash staff, and in his left was a copper bowl containing the remains of raw meat and dry black bread, the sacred food of the ravens. He approached the large wooden cage at the eastern corner of the tower, where 7 enormous ravens with black beady eyes stared at him. He whispered their names one by one: Merlin, Morgan, Edgar, Blackthorn, Roxy, Hag, and Nora. According to ancient ritual, the ravens must be called every morning, or disaster will strike. So goes the legend passed down by the watchman. If the ravens depart from the tower, the crown will fall, and the kingdom will crumble. As Thomas distributed the raw meat into iron platters, he glimpsed a short man with a sharp face and pale features, hiding in the shadows. He wore a long, dark green velvet coat, and his shiny boots clattered faintly against the stone. He was neither a soldier nor one of the rare tourists on that cold morning. The man approached with hesitant steps and said in a hoarse voice, "Is it true that the king's life is bound up with these birds?" Thomas stopped moving, feeling the cold wind sting his neck. Slowly he said, "These are not just birds, sir. If they depart, so too will the king, and ruin will ensue." That night, in the guards' hall, filled with the smoke of fireplaces and the smell of roasting meat, the guards gathered around a wide wooden table. On the table were metal plates filled with broth and tin cups. They exchanged old stories about a black raven seen on the king's balcony before his execution, and about a strange ritual performed by the raven keeper every full moon, burying a cow's bone at the foot of the tower to ensure the bird's survival. Little did Thomas know that tonight would change everything. When he returned to check on the ravens at midnight, he found the cage open, a black feather dancing in the cold air.